Hey guys, in today's tutorial, we're going to go over how to add an anchor text link to your Squarespace site. This is the cool functionality where if you want to send somebody over to a very specific section of a page, here's how you're going to do it. There's three parts to it. One is going to be the code block, which is basically going to be an anchor to that specific section. The second is going to be the URL or the link that connects to that. And then I'm also going to give you guys some custom CSS, which basically allows them to, when they click on the link, it'll scroll smoothly if it's on the same page. That way we avoid any kind of jarring, choppy loading. Let's hop over to the site and let's get started. So now I'm in the back end. We're going to go over the different code snippets and how we're going to get it all together. The first use case is a dynamic landing page. So let's say, for example, on a single page at the top of the site navigation here, you want it to easily scroll to that section there. First up, we're going to go down here, and I've already added a code block in there, and you'll see this is the services section for the home page. I also added in another one for this about section here, so I'm going to show you how to do that. Whenever you're adding in code, just make sure that you're keeping like case, what is it called? It's case sensitive. So if you use an uppercase, then make sure that's also uppercase when you're adding in the URL later. So right now we have about, I'm going to exit out of this. I'm going to go to the main navigation here. And when you're adding in your anchor link, you'll see it has to be the page first, and then we do this hashtag and then the section that we want. So I'm going to add in the about section. What we'll do is scroll down to the link here. I'm going to /home #about. And then I'll make sure to toggle off this open link in new tab. We don't want that. And once you're done, we'll go ahead and click save. Oh, I gotta name my section first, actually. So once we add that in, you'll see it'll show in the main navigation here. When I click on it, awesome. Now let's go into the CSS panel so we can actually add in that smooth scroll little code snippet here. We're going to scroll down to the website's tools here, go to custom CSS. And as you can see, I've already added it. So for me, but you go ahead and add yours. The second use case we're going to do is hacking this. You've seen us use this in the main navigation, but maybe what we want to do is actually create a mini menu on an internal page. For example, on one page you have a lot of content and you want people to be able to click to that content quickly. It could be something like this, a services page where you're sharing your packages, your process, some examples, testimonials, all these things, right? So people may be interested in seeing something quickly. That's one way to do it. Another way I've used this has also been FAQs. If we're dealing with maybe a lot of FAQs and we're organizing it into different categories, for an FAQ page, you can easily link to each section just like this, but the process is pretty much similar. What I'm going to do is I already added a text block here, and I added in the text that I wanted for this mini menu. And then I've added in a code block just like how we did earlier to my packages section here. And as you can see, I titled it packages. In this use case, we're actually going to create our links at the very top of this page. I've gone ahead, I've added in my links. I made sure that this option is toggled off. So then now we'll go ahead and click save, exit. And you'll be able to see that when I scroll down and I click on that, then it'll take me directly to the packages section there. And then we can basically rinse and repeat for all these other sections as well. Lastly, there's also a third use case I wanted to share, and this is for all my food bloggers out there. Shout out to y'all. For food blogs, often what we have at the very top is a jump to recipe button. In the other use cases, we added in the page URL and did a hashtag. But in this use case for the blogs, we want to create something that is easily templatized. So we're going to scratch adding in the page URL at all, and I'll show you how to set this up. So I already have a blog post here. I've added in my button, and I've also added in some filler content, my recipe here, and a code block as well. So like I mentioned earlier, this code block is going to be the location that it anchors to, right? I'm going to add in my anchor text. I'm going to just do something super simple like recipe. Now we have our anchor ready. Let's go ahead and link to it. I've added a button at the top here, and I'm going to add in a link. Now for other use cases, we would typically add the page first and then the hashtag whatever word we're choosing. For this use case, we're scratching the page entirely, so then that way we can templatize this, and it's super easy. Now we'll just do hashtag recipe, just like that. Make sure this is toggled off. When we click out, this will jump down to my recipe section, but also when you duplicate this blog post, you never have to change the button out again. All you have to do is just add in your new content and then you're good to go. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please leave a comment and subscribe, or even just let me know, like, was this helpful? Is there anything else you want to see? I'm here for you.